Summertime, summertime. Så du min, og jeg vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste morgen, der går jeg i skoven. Jeg tager min gummier på, giver hunden snor og synger tar. Om det regner, sner eller der sol for oven, så bider jeg stille bånd for dig og ønsker dig lykke på vejen. Så nemlig for du vil følges med mig. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Har solen skinner på din vej. Put den ind, put den ind, put den ind. Summertime, summertime. Så du min, og jeg vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste aften til kaffe.
Hi there Pisces, and welcome to your modern shaman Maria and RainbowLand here from the harbor of Esbjerg. Codisark Tallship Race 2018 is for the week starting at the 24th of July, ending at the 31st. So actually I chose, because this may be one of the last reports I do, you before some of the other signs, because I didn't want you to always be the last report that I make, so that you wouldn't get this beautiful ship in the background. People are taking pictures here. So what's going on this week is that we have a full moon lunar eclipse going on in your between your 6th and your 12th house. The eclipse is so that the moon, of course, is in Aquarius and it's almost conjuncting Mars, and then the sun moves into Leo, the 6th house. So actually this eclipse is wild because it's lasting for 1 hour and 23 minutes. It's within a degree of one orbit. So it's a blood moon. This means that the moon might turn red. Yay. So I hope you have a chance, to see what's going on. The thing is that this is very strong and it's going on for a long time. And it's going on in your 6th house. Is where the North Node is. So it's asking you to focus upon your health situation, your day-to-day life, your routines, the organizations that you do around your life. And Mercury is going retrograde there as well. So this means that you have a chance to reconsider the things, the plans, the structures that you make and create for yourself and the way you do things day-to-day, and find ways, maybe new ways to do them. And Mercury will move forward again on the 2nd of September. So this is a period which is not let me see, well, 2nd of September. This is a period of many weeks for you to have time to adjust yourself to this health thing going on in your life, or this routine thing that is gonna be better once you change it, of course. But you need to listen to the signals, because oftentimes we don't want to, because these things are so nice to eat, or it's so nice to do this, but we find out that this is not healthy for us at all. So therefore we need to alter them in order to get where we want in our lives. But the thing is that this eclipse is actually forming a square to Uranus over there in Taurus. So this means that in your 3rd house of communication, there can be some struggles going on, like sudden things happening where you are having a dispute with someone that suddenly bursts out in anger because of the Mars thing in your 12th house, and you also may find yourself being really emotional in maybe a very outspoken way, where you forcefully and aggressively express yourself emotionally, or maybe you turn it inwardly in a way that aren't healthy for you, because Mars is moving retrograde and it likes to move forward. So it's a little desperate there in your 12th house. There are some purging to do, there's some releasing and some letting go for you to do, and some spiritual work to be done perhaps as well. You can reconnecting to that side of your nature where you maybe even go into nature so that you can feel yourself, not just think yourself, but really feel what is it that I want. Did I have some things in my life that I believe to be a part of me, but that I actually aren't because it was just someone else? It was actually someone else. Like, can I film you? Can I film you? Well, now I just want because. Hvad siger du?
Har du solcreme på din ryg?
Nej, du har ret.
Du bliver fuldstændig forbrændt.
Er jeg helt rød?
Er du godt
rød? Er det rigtigt?
Ja, har du noget?
Nej.
Ja, skal jeg give dig noget på?
Ja, det må du faktisk gøre. Okay, this very friendly lady just... må jeg filme på dig? She just came and told me that I'm actually burning on my back. I'm totally red, and now she's putting sunscreen on me. People are so friendly in this town, my hometown. Det er fordi, jeg er ved at filme et program. Tak skal du have. Det er et YouTube-program, men det er også en pilot. So this is just a great example of how people can help you and how great communication can work in situations.
So, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. Tusind tak. And actually I wanted to film the ship as it's taking off because it's for you guys, Pisces, and you love the water, don't you? Because on the water you can feel eternity and everything is one, just like you love it to be. And the 12th house is your natural house, so it's not so hard for you to do this. Actually, I know someone here who's playing tonight music on this boat. He just came by in another report and said hi. So yeah, what I wanted to say as well is that there can be some sudden things coming towards you. It can also be something to do with your vehicle or means of transport, your siblings, communication in any way. Movement and communication is the 3rd house. So I would be cautious with whatever could go wrong. I'm not saying that it will, but if you're cautious, also because the planet of communication and movement, Mercury is moving retrograde, and it's asking us to step back and take things a little more slowly. So this is what I encourage you to do, of course. Yeah, look at this. So this is a traveler's report, you can say. They were so kind. They came and gave me water even. This guy that's steering the whole boat, he gave me water because he thought I might be thirsty, just as friendly as the other woman. So you're also a friendly sign, so keep on being so. Then we also have a conjunct between Saturn in your 11th and the Sun down there in your 6th house. So this may even benefit you in some way, that a friend can come and help you. I know that conjuncts aren't famous for being positive necessarily, but I have a feeling that it could be. So maybe some friend is going to come with some advice that will be good for you. I guess that this was a signal for me to take off and leave here now. I may just film this and make a voiceover with the rest of the report. So what I just wanted to add to the mix was that, of course, it can be concerning some work issue that you are having to face. And since we are having Saturn in your 11th house at the same time as these things are going on, forming aspects to the Sun in your 6th, maybe someone can be a friend or just coming from wherever is making you realize that there's only one way for you to move forward, and it is by being realistic, because Saturn always forces us to have realistic goals, and this is the future house, 11th house. So you may be forced out of your dreamy bubble and be forced to see that the world is different than what you experience when you are in your little dreamy world. I know this because I have Mercury and Venus in Pisces, so sometimes we just need to reconsider our plans and adjust them to how life actually is evolving around us. But again, it can be a good friend that's helping you. It's forming a good... the 11th house is in a good aspect to our Sun, of course. But then we also have Neptune and Venus in opposition, and since you are having the Neptune in your 1st house, then in opposition to what I have been saying to, for example, Virgo, then you might be the elusive one, meeting someone else coming from a place of unrealistic an unrealistic being or behavior. So this week you might be forced out of a bubble and into the real world in one way or the other. But remember that this is not a bad thing. This may be what you just need in order to be able to manifest what you really, really want. Thanks a lot for watching, my Pisces. Hugs from your modern shaman. So, welcome to another week with your modern shaman, Maria in RainbowLand. This time we're in Esbjerg Denmark at the tall ship race, which has been here a few times. So it's not the first time that you will see all these ships. If you stay tuned on the channel, you will see some coverage that I do where you can see the different beautiful old ships, you know, with flags from which countries they come. They're school ships, so they have a lot of young people with them from all over the world coming here to this harbor, staying here for 3 days. But enough about that. If you continue after the program, you will see them. But this is an exciting week, to say the least. This is maybe one of the wildest weeks of the year, of this year, because we have a full moon, but it's not just an ordinary full moon, because it's a full lunar eclipse. This one lasts for 1 hour and 23 minutes. That is a lot. It's within 1 degree orb, so it's quite extreme, and this may be the most shifting times that we will feel this year. And it's not like it's in this particular point, and if you've been following the channel, you know that there's been so many changes altogether. We had a partial lunar solar eclipse 2 weeks ago, and we've had so many things going on. So as I have been saying all summer, this is no vacation time, because we are forced to change, definitely. And the interesting thing about this eclipse is that it's happening at 4.44 degrees of Aquarius. But I have promised for you guys, to you guys that aren't so familiar with astrology, that I really try to explain what it means when you don't know what the planets mean. Mars is the planet of action. It's our physical, you know, it's our wanting and desiring to do something. It's our self-esteem and, you know, assertive, moving forward, getting things done, etc. But when it's moving backwards, it's not allowed to move forward. So this can cause irritability, you know, and attempts to, you know, suddenly rush out, etc. I've been talking about that for a while, but it will be intensified from now on until the 27th, when it actually occurs. It's in a T-square with Uranus, so this can be sudden changes and sudden shifts, because Uranus is sudden breakthroughs, it's sudden things happening. I hope the sound is okay. I chose to sit with my headphones, the best ones on, so that I am in control of that the sound doesn't suddenly fall out. The main thing is that this is the collective report. So here I will take the grand overview for all of us, but go into your personal sign and see where this affects you, and know that this is an overall thing. Because the changes that are happening in the sign of Aquarius, so it's important to find out what does the sign Aquarius mean to your sign. Because this is not like, okay, it's only affecting the Aquarius. It's affecting all of us, but in different areas of our lives. That's why I encourage you to go in and see your personal sun sign afterwards. But this report is important as well. Why is it so important? Well, it's important because if we want to manifest things in our life, we manifest through who we are, through the energy that we are. And you can only manifest through the lowest vibration of whatever you send out from your system. So what do I mean by that? By the way, this is a RainbowLand collection thing again. The orange. Well, couldn't help but say it. I hope I'm decent. I'm actually wearing shorts, so even though I look undecent, that's it. Okay, so imagine this. You can only manifest what you, first of all, of course, really want at a deep core level. But if you have anything blocking this want, something like, let's say that you want to find true love, but you have a coding inside of you saying, I don't deserve true love, because your mom or dad or someone at school bullied you and said, well, you're too stupid for anyone to love you when you were 10 years old, and it's stuck, but you repressed it because it was too hard for you to feel the feelings around it. Then every time you try to manifest this in your life, that it will come back to you, that thing that is programming you, and block it, because that has a lower vibration, it has a lower energy. Because of course, what we manifest is the highest vibration of joy. If you have anything saying in your system or in your coding, in your whole auric field and your whole system, that says stop anything that has to do with this because I don't deserve this, then that's why that every time you try to build something in regards to this, it will shut down again, because you have this blocking. So why is it so good when we have the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipses or the big shifts happening in astrology? It's chances for us in our schedule to get into contact with these things and remove them. And so sometimes we need to be pressured out until such an extent that we just finally release and surrender and say, F it, I let go of it now, it doesn't matter. And then your ego, which is actually probably based upon fear, trying to protect you in some way, which is a malfunction. It's not supposed to be there anymore. But the minute you are surrendering to life itself and stop fighting or resisting this change and just say, F it, now everything is so shit, bleep, that you might as well just throw it out. That's the minute that the universe can work upon you and let it go. So try to find stability within. You know, if you're searching for stability on the outside, you have to know that you can only manifest on the outside what you have on the inside. So you have to look inwardly, even though our patriarchal society has taught us that everything that can be proven on the outside, that if anyone else can see, is the only really existing thing. For some people it's hard to know, yeah, well, what does she mean by look within? Well, find quiet time, find stillness, find a way to stay in the moment without letting your thoughts take over. The mind is a tool, it's not you. So that's why I'm always opting for meditation or something that can keep you still. It doesn't have to be meditation. I'm always encouraging people to heartfulness because it's for free and there are free volunteers helping you. And that was the best thing for me, but for you it can be something else. But you have to learn to look within if you feel the chaos is too strong, if you feel the abrupt changes are too wild, because Uranus is involved. And you get irritable, but try not to react and try not to lash out too much this week. It's on the 27th, but it's been building since the last eclipse. You will definitely have felt the irritability around you, within you, and try not to take it too personal, because life is mirroring a lot to everyone. So you're probably mirroring something to someone else and they're mirroring something to you. So if they lash out and suddenly, you know, say a lot of things to you, oh, you shouldn't do that, and you feel like, well, this has nothing to do with me, then you're absolutely right. So in that moment, don't go into the fight, because that's what Mars wants. It wants to fight, it wants to be, you know, get its anger out, etc. But try to keep it calm, keep it cool, and not react. Meditate, breathe. Take it easy. And if you're afraid because you're like, well, I don't have a plan, I don't know what to do with my life. She's talking about manifesting things that we want, but I don't know what I want, etc. Then don't worry so much about what the plan is. Instead, know that you are the plan. I said that many times before, I know, but I always describe the horoscope as a schedule, as a plan. So there's no need to worry that the plan is not going as it's supposed to. I mean, don't you think that the stars are still having their orbits, cycles as they always did? Nothing has changed since you jumped into your schedule and started this life. It's all good. You have to learn to trust. You know, we've all been programmed to, you can't trust people, oh, you have to be careful, and oh, but that shuts out our hearts. So we need to try to open our hearts and trust this process, trust the process. That's what I would like to say. We wrote the song in 2000 it's a long time ago. Was it 5? I don't remember. It's called Ugly Duckling. You know, we have H.C. Andersen in Denmark, the famous fairy tale writer. He's very good. He wrote Ugly Duckling. And if you didn't read it, do it or read it out loud to your children. It's about a duck, swan, what do you call a swan kid? A baby swan, growing up in a duckling's family, so being different from everyone else, and therefore feeling outside and finding it. I won't tell the rest of the story if you don't already know it. Most people do, but so we made this song. It's very appropriate for this eclipse. It was written through very hard times, and it goes like this. There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times. I'm a little afraid to sing out loud because there's so many people here. And I always seem to find a light in your eyes. We fought through sometimes. If it wasn't for the dying glows, we wouldn't feel the fire. When it's really burning, all ugly ducklings turn white. So if you listen to the text, the point is that even through the hard times, there's always a light to find. We choose the glasses that we wear actually in the suitcase over there that you cannot see. I have a pair of pink glasses, heart-shaped for my partner, because we are both Pisces, Mercury. So we always like, oh, seeing this purple, you know, this pink world. And people ask me, how can you be so happy all the time? Well, because I chose that my world has a bright perspective, has a bright light. And it is a matter of perspective and choice. So if you are deep within a hole, try to release whatever's keeping you in the hole. Is it your parents that told you that you can only do this or only do that, and that's why you're in the hole? Or why are you in that hole? Ask that question first, and then trust that the answer will come. Trust is the answer here also a lot. Also, like me, you can see I got fear here, because when I sing that part that says through, I actually have to sing really loud, because but I started to do it, but then the fear in me just came in and held back, so I came with an, you know, like through, and then, you know, my voice. So I'm also still, you know, getting shy. I have a lot of Virgo and Pisces, even though I'm an Aries a lot, and Libra. So I know that we are complex beings that has to overcome things, but sometimes it's also just about doing it. I mean, and also the thing about thinking about what other people think. So it's holding you back. That was also what held me back. It was a good example of that, because what does it matter what they think? I mean, if I had just stared, it would have sounded beautifully, and they would probably have thought that, oh, it sounds beautiful. Instead, they heard me like, trying and then getting shy. Well, that's also okay anyways. But just again, remember that, find out if what you walk around saying that you want, that's also the thing this eclipse could also reveal to you, you know, uncover, you know, the highest expression of you. So what is your path? Is it really what you always walk around saying that it is? You know, if you walk around saying that, I'm a professor, and what I want is that everything is in control, and you have to be able to prove everything in this life. Okay, this was an extreme example, but really deep down inside, you know that was just because your father dominated you or your mother dominated you. I'm getting a lot of father thing this time. We also have the sun moving into Leo, the sun being the masculine energy, by the way. And then, but really deep down inside, you're like, well, this professor thing is actually not really me. Well, I love this thing that I'm studying, but I don't feel like everything has to be in control because I feel like it's blocking me. Then be true to that, you know. Or if it's like, oh, I should have a big family with 5 kids at least because you were, and I should be a family mom, but really you're more the independent type that doesn't want that, then, you know, it's also a time where we can break free of such things. These are extreme examples, but it can also be smaller things that you need to look upon. But first, you have to know that every time you feel fear, that's what I did before when I was singing, don't look for comfort or stability or peace on the outside. Look within and find the peace within. Because it's there and you're like, no, I can't find it, I feel panic, okay. So sit with the panic, accept the panic, and then just overcome it. Then go through it and just know, remember my words, that I know the peace is in there. I know the stability is in there. It's just a matter of you. If you, let's say it's in a big room, and in the back of the room we have the peace, but there's some garbage on the way that you need to let go of, then remember that every time you meet the garbage, maybe fear comes up, oh, but there's no peace, but then it's just like you moving further and further towards your higher self, your higher purpose, the highest expression of you, removing the garbage. So try to trust and don't panic when things are changing now, because a lot of things probably are. So the sun is moving into Leo as well. So this is a joyful thing, right? On the 23rd. And we still have the opposition between Venus and Neptune, but I will talk more about these things in the personal sun signs. I won't say all of it here, because then you won't go into the personal sun signs. And you just go into the channel, you can find it there. I could also just leave a link actually to all the personal sun signs in this report, then you can just go down and click into it. I probably forgot something, but I like to, what I've thought about saying, but I like to just trust the process, because that's the whole point of that. I'm actually saying what I was meant to say in this report, because I just stay in the flow. That's where most things are revealed to us, because we are not in control and we are open in another way. Easy for someone with Venus and Mercury in Pisces to say, but not always easy to have Mercury in Pisces, though, must say. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to go into the personal sun signs, and first and foremost, as I always say, don't follow trends, follow your heart. The air here is so amazing. Next week I'll be at another place in Denmark, a very beautiful place. See you then. Your modern shaman Maria and RainbowLand checking out.
Sommer, du min, og jeg vild med dig. Summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste morgen, der går jeg i skoven. Jeg tager min gummier på, giver hunden snor og synger tra-la-la-la-la-la. Om det regner og sner, eller der sol for øjen, yeah. Så byder jeg stille bånd for dig og ønsker dig lykke kaffe. Der bæller te og kobler hjernen fra til sød musik, der siger da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Om tiden er 3, eller jeg er på farten, oh yeah. Så sender jeg dig tusindvis af kram og tænker på alle de gange vi var på trangen. Vi to fik det væk til en sang. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Og solen skinner på din mand. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, du er min og jeg er vild med dig. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Honey, honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Sagde jeg til livet, gav slip på tanken, tog ej for givet. Fik det vi troede på, nu er det kommet. Vi skulle samme vej, og jeg kan slet ikke forstå, at du er her hos mig. Nej. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Og solen skinner på din mand. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, du er min og jeg er vild med dig. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Honey, honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste morgen, der går jeg i skoven. Jeg tager min gummier på, giver hunden snor og synger tra-la-la-la-la-la. Om det regner og sner, eller der er sol for oven, yeah, yeah. Så bider jeg en stille bånd for dig og ønsker dig lykke på vejen. Som nemlig for du vil følges med mig. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Og solen skinner på din mand. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, du er min og jeg er vild med dig. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Honey, honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste aften til kaffe. Der bæller te og kobler hjernen fra til sød musik, der siger da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Om tiden er 3, eller jeg er på farten, oh yeah. Så sender jeg dig tusindvis af kram og tænker på alle de gange vi var på trangen. Vi to fik det væk til en sang. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Og solen skinner på din mand. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, du er min og jeg er vild med dig. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Honey, honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Sagde jeg til livet, gav slip på tanken, tog ej for givet. Fik det vi troede på, nu er det kommet. Vi skulle samme vej, og jeg kan slet ikke forstå, at du er her hos mig. Nej. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Og solen skinner på din mand. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Sommer, sommer, sommertime, sommertime. Fuldmånen stråler ned Summertime, summertime. Så du er min, og jeg er vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste morgen, der går jeg i skoven. Jeg tager min gummier på, giver hunden snor og synger tra-la-la-la-la-la. Om det regner, sner eller der sol for oven, yeah. Så bider jeg stille bånd for dig og ønsker dig lykke på vejen. Så takknemlig for, du vil følges med mig. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Har solen skinner på din vej. Put den ind, put den ind, put den ind. Summertime, summertime. Så du er min, og jeg er vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste aften til kaffe, der bæller te og kobler hjernen fra til sød musik, der siger da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Om tiden er 3 eller jeg er på farten, oh yeah. Så sender jeg dig tusindvis af kram og tænker på alle de gange vi var på trangen. Vi to fik det væk til en sang. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Har solen skinner på din vej. Luk den ind, luk den ind, luk den ind. Summertime, summertime. Så du er min, og jeg er vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Sagde jeg til livet, gav slip på tanken, tog ej for givet. Fik det vi troede på, nu er det kommet. Vi skulle samme vej, og jeg kan slet ikke forstå, at du er her hos mig. Nej. Fuldmånen stråler ned på dig. Måneskin, måneskin, måneskin. Har solen skinner på din vej. Luk den ind, luk den ind. Summertime, summertime. Så du er min, og jeg er vild med dig. Summertime.